Phoebe,
Hello, Mom. What's going on?
it took you 2 minutes to reply to my messages. Why?
Oh, I apologize. This is work hours. I can't be seen on my phone for long.
I know you're not truly sorry. You're just saying that to placate me. Well, I didn't chat you up to scold you about your attitude to me. Although that is something I must sit you down and talk to you about one of these days. The reason I chatted you up is because I found a new job opportunity for you. Isn't that just marvelous?
What? But I'm not looking for a new job.
Of course you're not. Because you've been brainwashed at that workplace of yours. That's why it's my duty as your mother to find one for you. And I did.
What are you talking about?
I submitted your CV at Mistas Corp. You know the company, right?
Yes, I do. It's a conglomerate and they are worth hundreds of millions.
So you know. Phoebe, you need to be working at a place like that. Imagine the opportunities it would open up for you. The people you'll meet, the places you'll go, the benefits.
Mom, I can't work at Mises Corp. I already have a job here at Brighton's Tech.
Blah. That excuse of a job you have. Don't even mention it when I'm bringing up serious workplaces like Mistas Corp. Anyway, before I lose my train of thought, Mistas Corp's hiring manager loved your CV and they've invited you for an interview that's being held a week from now. You're welcome.
How come you even had my CV to submit in the first place?
I have my ways. It's a secret.
You took it from Dad's laptop, didn't you?
Yes. How did you figure that out so quickly?
Dad is the only one in the family who's seen my CV before, and he likes when I send him updated ones.
Whatever, that's between your father and I. Make sure you don't forget to attend the interview. I'll keep reminding you so you won't miss it.
I can't go for an interview on that day. I have work to go to.
Ew, your job again? Hearing about it makes my ears bleed. I don't care what you do. You must be at that interview. You have to listen to me and do as I say for your own good. How much would you even get paid at that job of yours? A measly $2,000, isn't it? This new job pays $3,000. When you get it, because you have to, you can support us at home a bit. What's the use of still living with your parents at your ripe age of 30 years old if you don't contribute to the bills?
Is that what this is about? But I contribute to the bills, and I even give you pocket money.
You call that change you give me pocket money? Oh, please, stop joking. Get a better job and start giving me some real money. Do you understand?
Mom, Mises Corp has a difficult working environment. I have friends who work there and they're constantly complaining about the workload they have to take on. They work overtime often. Believe it or not, that salary that they're offering is a scam. The person who gets that job will have duties that deserve way more pay.
When did you become such an expert on salary and duties? That doesn't matter to me. What's at stake here is more money. Get that job, make more money, and I'm happy. It's simple.
Don't you care about the long hours and overtime I would face? Don't you care I would be literally married to that job?
At least you'll be married to something instead of prancing about in your singleness.
Mom, I'm up for promotion. When I get it, my salary will increase and I'll be able to give you more pocket money.
You've been saying that for months. I've waited long enough. You better attend that interview, or else.
Mom, are you there?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, thank goodness. I've been trying to reach you. You're not picking up your calls or replying to your text messages. Where are you right now?
I'm at some fancy restaurant uptown. I just had lunch with my girls.
Your girls?
You know them. Cheryl, Margot, and Tiffany.
Oh no. We've talked about this, Mom. You can't be hanging out with women like that often.
Why not?
Because you spend a lot of money when you're with them and you don't even realize it.
What's wrong with spending a lot of money when I'm with my friends?
You took Dad's card, didn't you?
So what if I took my husband's card? His money is my money. I can spend it however I want. I don't even know why I'm enduring this conversation. Why are you talking to me like I did something wrong? It's not even your money.
You're right, Mom. It's not my money. It's money for the house. We need it to pay for utilities. But you've gone and spent everything on only God knows what.
Excuse me, young lady. I went out with my friends on a much-deserved shopping spree and spa date. Then we had lunch. That's it.
We don't have money to spare for shopping sprees and spa dates in highbrow areas of town where I'm sure you're at. Mom, those ladies you hang out with are loaded. Their husbands make millions of dollars annually. All of our combined earnings in this house barely scratches the surface. You can't be spending like they're spending. That's why Dad and I don't like when you hang out with them. You end up spending more than you're supposed to because you want to belong.
Did your father put you up to this? He couldn't tell me himself, so he sent you, his loyal advocate?
It's not like that.
But it is. You're trying to make me feel bad for enjoying my life. I won't. It's my right to enjoy my husband's money, especially since I've worked hard to raise 2 children.
Exactly. You have 2 children, me and my older brother, Tyrell. Dad's working, I'm working, but Tyrell hasn't worked in over half a year. Not even part-time jobs. Shouldn't you ask him for money so that he would be inspired to get a job? That would bring more money into the family too, and you can enjoy it.
Don't talk bad about your brother. It's not his fault that he got laid off.
I know, but shouldn't he be trying to get a new job at least?
My baby boy needs to rest after the hardship he endured at his old job. When he's done resting, he'll find something. I'm sure of it. Besides, your dad and you are working. Stop complaining so much as if you are the one who pays the bills. It's your dad. Someone who hears you will think you're the one.
I paid many bills too, Mom.
Oh, really? What might those be? I haven't noticed. Is it with the peanuts you earn that you pay those bills with? It's not like they can pay for anything that's worthwhile. That's why I found a better job for you. Attend that interview, get the job, and actually pay bills that matter. Until then, don't you dare talk to me again about what I can or can't do with my husband's money.
Hello, sis.
Hey, big brother.
So, I've given a lot of thought to this, and I've come to the conclusion that it's just what I need to get me out of the slump.
I'm not really following.
I need to go on vacation. I know that once I'm there, I'll be hit with a burst of energy and inspiration. Then I'll return a different person.
Okay, that sounds interesting. You should go for it.
I know, right? I knew you'd understand me. So, the vacation would cost 2.5 grand.
That's a little pricey, but if it's what you want, go ahead.
Aw, thank you so much. When would you wire me the money so I can start making preparations?
Whoa. Hold it right there. What?
You agreed with me that the vacation's a good idea, so that means you're in support, right?
You already decided it's a good idea and you came to me to affirm that, right?
Why are you turning this around on me?
Well, you started it.
It's about the money, isn't it? You don't want to give it to me?
You sound as if I owe you money. I don't.
But you make some good money. Can't you share it with me?
If you ask nicely, I might think about it.
Okay, fine. Can you please loan me 2.5 grand?
With no guarantee that you'll pay it back?
Come on, you know I don't work.
Whose fault is that?
Phoebe, are you gonna give me the money or not?
Tyrell, I don't have any money.
You're lying, I just know it.
How can you accuse me like that? Between the both of us, if there's a liar, it's you.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're the one who has no added responsibilities because you live at home with us. You receive your monthly salary and you do with it as you please.
Is that what you think? That I use my salary as I please?
Of course. What do you pay for at home? Dad pays for everything, so you must have a lot of savings.
Newsflash, I don't have any savings. Do you know why? Because I pay for a lot of things at home. I don't even take myself out to dinner because I can't afford it.
That's not true. You're saying all these so that you won't give me money.
I wish that were true. I wish I had savings tucked away somewhere and I could stand here and bluff. But this is my reality.
Your job really must pay peanuts. No wonder Mom has been on your neck about that upcoming interview. You should get another job that pays you more money.
My job isn't the problem. It pays well enough. Problem is that I have too many dependents and they can't even cut down on their excessives.
You're talking about Mom, right? Because I know that I don't spend all that much.
But you have the appetite of a whale, and a ridiculous amount of money goes into replacing groceries day in and day out. Why can't you just get a job and spare me all of this trouble? You weren't laid off from your old job like you told our parents. You were fired because you were slacking on your duties. You lied to our parents so that they could feel pity for you and keep respecting you.
Did you expect me to tell them the truth? Stop it. You're nagging right now and it's not attractive.
Then please, get a job.
I will, okay? I plan to. Being a man is hard and a lot of pressure. I want to chill for some time first.
Okay, suit yourself.
So, I've got exciting news that I'm sure you would love.
Good evening, Mom. Can't it wait until I get home?
Absolutely not. Now, listen to me. The other day when I was out with the girls...
It was yesterday.
What?
Yesterday was when you went out with your girls.
Oh, whatever. In any case, We were talking and I brought up the fact that you were single and lonely.
I'm not lonely.
Yes, you are. Now keep quiet. I need to finish up what I am trying to say. They spoke of a wealthy businessman who's in need of a wife and thought that it'd be fun to set up the both of you on a blind date.
Ugh. Blind dates again? I'm not going.
What do you mean you're not going? You have to go. It wasn't easy for me to set this up.
This is the 5th blind date you're making me go on. In the others, your ideal candidates for my husband were men old enough to be my father.
Oh, please, you're exaggerating. They are distinguished gentlemen, and they have a lot of money. Don't get me upset. You must attend that blind date and make sure that this time it's a success.
Mum,
I won't entertain any of your stupid excuses. The date will hold on Saturday, and you better be there. Don't you know that when you marry a wealthy man, you'll be elevating our entire family? Your father would soon be retiring. He needs to have a comfortable retirement and a load off his back.
are you saying that I'm a burden to Daddy?
Yes, you are a huge load on his back. He's always worried about you. Just get married or move out of the house instead of being here and being a freeloader.
Mum, I support our family a lot.
LOL, you wish. I am quaking in anger as I'm writing this. Phoebe, how could you do this to me?
Hey, Mum.
You don't respect me as your mother. If you did, you would have gone for that job interview. Now someone else got it. They were hired on the spot.
That's great news for them. Wow, I'm happy to hear that.
You're so strange. How can you be happy about something like that? That job was meant to be yours. Do you hear me? But you didn't attend the interview, and you allowed it to fall into someone else's lap.
Mum, you're overreacting. I think you should calm down.
For what? I won't calm down, and don't you dare ask me to. You're so lucky I'm out. If I were home, I would have called you on the phone and yelled at you thoroughly.
I told you that I had to work and I won't be able to make it for the interview.
What about the blind date? You didn't attend it either. What were you doing on Saturday evening because you weren't home?
Oh, I had to go somewhere else.
Somewhere else? Where could that place be that's more important than your blind date? You stood that gentleman up and made me, who set it up, look like a fool. It would have been better if you had at least shown your face, but you didn't. Now you've ruined all the plans I have for trips, events, and outfits. What are you going to do about it, huh?
Why not find a job or a rich wife for your son? Tyrell needs all of it. I don't. I keep telling you that I don't have a problem, but you won't listen.
Tyrell is not your business. Don't stick your nose where that doesn't concern you.
But Tyrell is my business. He lives at home, watches Netflix all day, eats all the food, and doesn't lift a finger to even help out with chores. Forget about making money. How about helping out at home?
You're no different from him because you go to work, if that's what you think. You don't contribute anything. And for these acts of disobedience you've shown me, I will punish you. Just wait and see.
Mum, I just got home from a 3-day conference and there's a for sale sign in front of the house. What's this about?
You're back already, I see.
Yes, I am. The house is empty. Where did all of you go?
We moved to another place without you.
You're joking, right? This is some kind of prank, right?
It's not. You better hurry and move your things out of there. I plan to sell the house soon.
Where would I stay? Do I come to the new house?
LOL, you're so funny. Don't even dream of it. This place is a no Phoebe zone. I'm never telling you the address. It would interest you to know that I moved into Cheryl's neighborhood.
Isn't she one of your rich friends?
Exactly. Her neighborhood is so much nicer than that old place. It's meant for rich people. The house has a swimming pool, a cinema room, and a great view of the mountains. You'll miss out on all these because you refuse to listen to me. This is your punishment for not getting that job and going on the blind date.
Wait a second. How are you able to pay for that house?
It was easy. I used our family's emergency fund to make a down payment. When we sell the old house, the money will pay for the year's rent. Your dad can pay the subsequent rents, or even Tyrell. By next year, he should have gotten a lucrative job that can pay the rent too.
You're counting on Tyrell? That's rich.
Don't be rude. This is why we left you behind.
Does Dad know of your plans?
Of course. Now, what would you do? You don't have any money to pay rent. You'll be homeless, LOL. Serves you right. You're such a deadweight, and a good-for-nothing who doesn't make enough money and won't marry a rich man. In fact, I disown you. You no longer have a mother and a family from this day going forward.
Do you truly mean this?
Of course.
What a relief. Thank you so much.
Huh?
I'm free. A day has come when I can live my life without my family holding me down.
You should be begging me for forgiveness and pleading to do anything I say so that you can come here. You're broke. You don't have anything. You'll live on the streets.
LOL.
Phoebe, I need your help.
Hey there, Regina.
What? I'm your mum.
I don't have a mum or a family anymore. I was disowned.
You know it wasn't that serious. I was joking. That's all. Let's wake up, okay?
Why are you getting in touch with me?
It's rent. I don't understand why your father and brother have no money. It doesn't make sense. And we haven't been able to sell the old house. Your dad keeps coming up with different excuses why he's unable to do so. I suspect foul play.
Actually, the truth is, I own the old house. It was in my name.
What? How is that possible?
Dad's company was downsized 5 years ago, and he lost his job. He had to plead for a lowly position of a gatekeeper. He didn't want to tell you. Dad could no longer pay for the mortgage. Luckily, I was already working. So we had the mortgage contracts rewritten in my name, and I spent these past 5 years paying it off. Also, I've been paying all the bills and covering for Dad ever since. He barely makes up to $1,000 a month. And Tyrell lied to you. He was fired from his company because he was lazy. Currently, he's choosing not to work.
Oh no. This is bad. We have to return to the old house. We can't afford it here. Thank goodness it hasn't been sold yet.
Uh-oh. I already sold the house.
What? What are we supposed to do now?
You wanted the house sold, so I sold it and it works in my favor.
Why didn't I realize that it's you who held the purse strings all along?
That's what I've been trying to tell you, but you weren't listening to me.
No wonder your dad kept asking when you were coming when we moved. He had seemed so uncomfortable.
Right. So, I have to go now, or else I'll be late for work.
Don't go.
We'll talk later.
I confirmed from your father and Tyrell that everything you told me this morning is true.
Of course it's true. What do I stand to gain from lying?
I had sincerely hoped you were pulling my legs. I am so scared that I may have ruined my life.
I'm sure you have done more damage than you usually do. You'll be fine.
Phoebe, give me part of the money you've got from selling the old house.
No, it's my money and I don't want to share.
Stop acting like a child and help me out.
Okay. I will give you part of the money if you can pay me back right now for all of the bills I've covered in the last 5 years, including the ones you spend when you hang out with your girls.
That was your money too?
Yeah, it was. Now you understand why I was so upset.
But I'm your mother. I gave birth to you. Can't you just part with all of it?
I already have. You brought it up by asking I give you part of the money from the house sale.
So where are you living now?
In a penthouse, out of state.
You're out of state?
I finally got that promotion after closing a major deal. My company put me in charge of a new branch here. Also, they raised my salary by 5 times. I used to make $4,000 per month, not $2,000 like you thought.
Oh my goodness. You have a lot of money. Please, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Say you'll forgive me?
I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Goodbye. The last I heard, my family moved into a tiny apartment. Regina suddenly started nagging her beloved Tyrell, and he had to get a job. She can no longer spend since there's no money, and she kept reaching out to me to make up. When she saw it was futile, she started saying bad things about me to anyone who would listen. She says I abandoned my family to live a comfortable life by myself. Dad finally got fed up with her and asked her to shut up. He regrets not standing up to her sooner. He made her get a job as well. As for me, for the first time, I'm living life on my terms, and I'm dating someone I actually want to. He's likable, and we'll see where this goes.
Hey, babe. How did the second day of your work trip go? Isn't it really hot where you are? Yeah, it was ridiculously hot today. I guess I should have expected that, coming to a town at the bottom of a basin. We had rain all morning, so the humidity had the whole place feeling like a sauna. That sounds awful. You're done with work today, right? Yeah, I came back to the hotel and immediately took a long shower. Have you eaten yet? Yeah, I went to a corner store nearby. Don't worry. Make sure to eat something healthy, okay? Getting food outside in this weather was exhausting, I bet. Yeah, it's so hot now that I don't even want to go outside. It's only the second day, but I want to go home already. How is Noah doing? He's doing great. Almost too well with how energetic he is. He is a growing boy after all. He's been really enjoying school lately. He's getting along great with his friends. I'm glad to hear that. You were saying he really likes his teacher, right? Ms. Addison, right? She seems pretty young to be teaching already. Yeah, I've heard from the other moms that their kids all love her too. She's still in her 20s, but that doesn't hold her back. The other parents really love her too. I really hope she can teach Noah again next year. Me too. I'm always glad if Noah can enjoy his time at school. But he does seem a little lonely since you left. He's been asking me, when will Papa come back? Over and over again. Really? He's really grown lately, but I guess he is still a child at heart. He's the cutest, isn't he? No matter what, he is still our little boy. Tell him that I'll be home as soon as I can. Also, that it's good to have fun at school, but not to give his teacher too much trouble. I'll make sure to tell him. You take care of yourself too, okay? Drink lots of water. Thanks. You too. I know you will take good care of everything while I'm gone. Love you. I'm so sorry for not picking up. We've got a bit of an emergency over here. Where have you been? I've got an emergency to deal with too. Trust me, what I have to deal with is worse. Noah was in a car accident. I'm in the ambulance with his teacher right now. Please come home as soon as you can. Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? There's no time to talk. Just hurry up. No, you hurry up. Where are you? I just told you. I'm riding in an ambulance with Noah's teacher right now. Huh? But you're on a business trip. I cut work short and came home immediately. Why are you there ahead of me? His teacher contacted me to say that he'd been injured. Ms. Addison is sitting right next to me. Why'd she call you ahead of me? The emergency contact is listed as our home number and then me. She couldn't reach you through either, so she had to act fast. She used Noah's phone to contact me. And that's how I heard about Noah. It's a good thing we bought Noah that cell phone. He was pretty upset about not being able to reach you. What about your work? I apologized to my boss and left. It was an emergency. I had no choice. Anyway, where exactly have you been? This sounded like it happened hours ago. How is he in an ambulance? It's just been nothing but questions from you this whole time. What's up with you? Just answer me already. How are you there already when you were away on business? There's no way you could have made it in time to ride in the ambulance with him. What? You don't know anything about what's happening, do you? Noah was already admitted to the hospital hours ago. I went straight to the hospital when I got back. Then why are you in an ambulance right now? We are currently being transferred to a bigger hospital that's better equipped. All right, that makes sense. What's going on with you right now? Why the hell did you lie to me earlier? Where even are you right now? Is Noah okay? He's still unconscious. So, what does that even mean? Please tell me exactly how he's doing. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you more than that. If you want to know, just come here yourself. Where the hell are you when your own son is in critical condition? I was just out of the house for a bit. Today, Noah went to a friend's house right after school. So I thought it would be fine for me to leave the house until I needed to pick him up. Why didn't you just say that then? Why would you bother to lie about it? Were you that worried about me finding out that you'd left the house? Not being able to be there when my child needs me felt like I'd be a failure of a parent. I didn't even notice when I was being so desperately contacted. And so I just said that I was already with him. Miss Addison was calling you repeatedly and you didn't notice for hours. What could you possibly have been doing that you didn't notice that? I'm sorry. I only just now noticed the messages she left. Miss Addison was there at the accident and stayed with Noah the entire time. She's been a huge help. She might even be more reliable than you right now. Please don't get mad at me. The only reason I lied is because I was afraid you'd yell at me. That isn't going to cut it. You tried to hide the fact that you couldn't arrive on time by lying about it. It's almost like you're hiding something from me. I'm not hiding anything. You keep giving me vague answers whenever I try to ask where you even are. It's suspicious, no matter how you look at it. Noah is more important right now. Now isn't the time to hound me over something so stupid. Is that what you think? You're the one who was uncontactable and unlocatable while your own son was hospitalized. Didn't I ask you earlier to take care of everything while I was gone? I am so sorry. I don't need more apologies. Just explain what's going on. I promise I'll explain everything later. Right now, I just need to see my son. I don't know what you're up to, but just hurry up and get here. When exactly do you plan on getting here? How far away did you end up? I'm not coming. What? I don't want to. Cut it out already. Are you trying to get out of explaining yourself to me? I know that no matter what I say, you won't ever forgive me. What are you so terrified of? Our son is fighting for his life as we speak. And yet you won't even be there for him as his damn mother. Me being there won't change what happens. It's best if just you and Miss Addison are there. You're his mother. Miss Addison already had to go back to the school. Both the principal and vice principal came in her place. And yet you refused to come. If I come, you'll just blame me, won't you? You're refusing just because you don't want to be yelled at. Whatever. Don't come then. Don't even bother to come visit him later. No. It's not like I'm not worried sick about him. But you're letting your fear of my anger keep you from even seeing your own son. What kind of mother are you? There's no point in even trying to lecture you at this point. Don't say that! At this rate, it would be better for you to just keep screaming at me. I don't have time to bother with you. I'm gonna call my parents and have them come instead. Just stay wherever you are and don't come back. At this point, I know I can't even count on your help. I was cheating on you! What? I have a lover. I was at an all-inclusive resort with him today. I left my phone behind when I went to the jacuzzi. That's why I didn't pick up. You were away with your lover while your son was hit by a car. You are the biggest scumbag on the face of this earth. I hope you can never look at yourself in the mirror after what you've done. This is exactly why I didn't tell you. You didn't even notice when me and Miss Addison called you repeatedly. How long were you in that damn jacuzzi? 2 or 3 hours. The room has an en-suite bathroom with a jacuzzi, so I could go in and out as much as I want. So, that's what it was. But it's not like you were in the water that whole time. For you to completely forget about your phone. Things must have really heated up with that guy of yours. Once I got out, I saw all the missed calls from Miss Addison. And then I heard the voicemail about Noah's accident. I thought you'd be suspicious if you knew I wasn't at the scene immediately, so I just lied about it. So, the thing you were willing to sacrifice everything to hide was your secret lover? Then you go and be happy together. Okay? Wait! Hold on! I only lied because I didn't want to ruin the life I have with you and Noah. I don't care. I really don't. Why you lied makes absolutely no difference at all. You and I are through. I had no way of knowing that something like this would happen. This couldn't have come at a worse time. Why did this have to happen to our little boy? If his teachers had been watching him properly, this never would have happened. The accident happened after school. It wasn't even on school grounds. You can't blame the teachers for this. That's why I'm so grateful to Miss Addison for rushing to Noah's side. But if Miss Addison had been with him that whole time, maybe the accident could have been fully avoided. Stop trying to push the blame on her. That will come after the police and school staff convene about the incident. For now, we have to deal with your whole mess. How long have you been sleeping with this guy? About 2 years now. How old is he? 22. That's pretty young. You've been meeting him while I was at work and Noah at school. So, you've been going behind our backs from the very beginning. I messed up, okay? You sure did. Unluckily for you, I'm not so big-hearted that I can forgive something like this. I'll get on my knees if I have to. I'll do whatever you say. So, please, just forgive me. In that case, I'll have you sign the divorce papers for me. Once Noah recovers, I want you gone. Please, just give me one more chance. Haven't I been a good wife to you this whole time? That's completely irrelevant now. The whole time we've been married, you haven't worked once. Why bring that up now? I was just wondering whose money you used to go on that spa trip. It certainly wasn't the money you earned from your non-existent job. Well, Don't tell me you've been using my money to mess around with your lover. Where did you even meet a guy so young? He's from an escort agency. He works at an upscale club on the side, and I'd always request him to serve me. You hired an escort. Just when I thought you couldn't get any lower. Where did you get that kind of money? You didn't dip into our savings, did you? I'm so sorry. We were saving that money for Noah's education. You used that for your affair. I was scared that he'd abandon me if I didn't keep spending money on him. In the place where he works, they won't even pay attention to you unless you order the expensive stuff. Do you think I care about that? You cheated on me and stole from our savings. There's no going back. I'm going to tell your parents about this too. Wait, let me talk to them first. If I let you do it, you'll probably just keep lying to them. So I better do it. I promise I'll tell them the truth. Who do you think I am? A backstabbing cheater. A filthy liar. A worthless woman. Okay, I get it. You want to get rid of me, don't you? Well, it's the same here. A younger, more handsome boy is better for me anyway. I don't need you. Great. Then we're in agreement then. And just so you know, you're going to have to still pay child support after this. And you better believe I'll be speaking with my lawyer to try and sue you for every possible thing I can. Fine. I'll get you your money. Oh yeah? From where? You haven't worked in ages. Even if you work yourself to death, it will only cover child support and living expenses. You won't have money left for luxuries. Don't think that you'll be able to keep living how you are now. Still, I'll figure something out. Where the hell is all this confidence coming from? My lover is kind and caring. He treats me like I'm his princess. He made me remember all the thrills of being in love. With him, I know that I can live a happy life. So I don't care if you abandon me. How long do you think he will keep getting clients? After he quits being an escort, Where will the money come from? Have you even talked about the future with this guy? No, but I don't need to. He'll support me. How do you know that he wasn't just sticking with you for the money? I wonder if a guy like that would really be willing to support you. You don't know anything about him. You're right. I don't. But still, it was just an affair. If it was real, you wouldn't have to always spend so much money on him. You aren't even really dating. You're just client and escort. Then what do you suggest I even do? If you're going to throw me away, who am I supposed to live with? Just go and live with your parents? There's no way you can afford to live on your own. Once they know I cheated, they'll cut me off for sure. You know how my dad is. All right then. I don't know what to tell you. Live in the park. I don't care. There's one thing we have to decide on still. Even if we split up, you'll still let me see Noah, right? If Noah wants to see you, then I'll let him. But once Noah is a little older, I'll explain to him what you did to us. And after that, I'll respect his wishes on what he wants to do. What are you saying? You intend to drive me and Noah apart? How dare you take a child from his mother? Noah is my reason for living. It doesn't matter what you say. You are the one who betrayed us in the first place. Don't try to act like such a loving mother when you won't even come see him in the hospital. You have no right to even call yourself a mother. I get it. I'll come see him now. It's better if I come, right? Nah, don't bother. There are still things that I can do for my son. You let some guy distract you from caring about your own son. What exactly can you do for him after that? You can't be trusted with anything after you fail to protect him. That night, my son finally regained consciousness. My wife still didn't show up until 3 whole days later. I ignored her, knowing she was only here as an excuse. I focused fully on taking care of my son. Once Noah was able to return to school, me and Michelle got divorced. I wanted to split up earlier, but I thought it would just make things worse if Noah's mother disappeared while he was still recovering. After our divorce, it seems like Michelle tried to get help from her lover, but just as expected, he rejected her. Really, she was just a piggy bank to him. I don't think he was interested in a homeless woman saddled with child support and court fees. Noah didn't have any lasting complications from the accident and returned to his happy school life. On top of everything, Noah was lucky enough to get Ms. Addison again for a teacher for a 2nd year in a row. After Noah left the hospital, she made sure to help him with all his late schoolwork. And when I had to explain everything to Noah, she gave him emotional support too. She even worried about how I was doing. She would ask how I was, if I had been getting enough rest. When I got that letter from her, I ended up crying from how overwhelmed I was. I guess it was like I had been hurt too by everything that happened. She is someone that me and my son are both deeply indebted to.